Welcome to FX Options University, recorded live at the International Securities Exchange, the world's largest equity options exchange. Join the industry's top trading professionals as they provide insight and strategies for trading in the currency markets using FX options. FX options are a low-risk alternative to hedging currency moves in any market condition.
John, using Fibonacci, can you do anything with this in such a consolidation? What would you do with this kind of chart?
Yeah, for sure. In fact, consolidations or channels are pretty handy with Fibonacci retracement. So, the CAD, for example, it's been kind of stuck in this channel. I'm just drawing a couple of rough lines here. It's been kind of stuck in this channel since October, right? And which, by the way, the CAD, I've been trading the CAD for a long time, and it does this. When it channels, boy, it just channels. But, you can draw a retracement right through that channel, and you start to identify, well, so let me clean this up a little bit. Start to identify where are some of those potential levels at which you may get one of these pauses. So, a classic example would be right here that the market paused from November through December right there at the 61.8. And then just recently we were rejected before we even got to the top of the channel at the 23.6. So, it kind of presents a couple of areas that we'd start to think about resistance. And, if we were long when the market was getting up to 107 and the 23.6 line, and so we start to get some of this volatility like we did on the 1st of February, we might start getting concerned. A retracement versus fans are going to work the best in, when you're in a channel and you're looking at a channel. They're probably the tool of choice.
Interesting. Very interesting. Do you see any other questions, John?
I don't. None to me.
John, would you mind talking a little bit more about your site, Learning Markets, and how all the attendees could use all that valuable information there?
I would be pleased to do that. Well, okay, so if you don't know, learningmarkets.com, it's a site we cover investor education for pretty much any investing style or product that you're interested in, everything from ETFs to spot currencies. So we tend to divide the site into Forex, options, and stocks. And we have education pretty much on any subject that you'd be interested in. So as I said, anything from ETFs to spot Forex. All of it's free. We even do daily webcasts where we just talk about what's going on in the market today. So whatever the major news is, start looking at, well, how might we take advantage of this opportunity, things like that. So you could tune into those. Those are also free, and they're usually about 15, 20 minutes. And but of course, we developed the site because we felt like there was a space in the industry for a quote-unquote decent voice. What we wanted to be was we don't have any get rich, fast stuff. It just is what it is. So we try to be
very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, we just try to be really clear with what are realistic expectations, and which are, investing is a great activity, but if you kind of start out with, knowing how to build a plan that's real, people tend to be a lot more successful, obviously. So we wanted to be one of the sites to fill that space, to be the alternative to some of the other things you might see out there.
Well, that's a nice balance, because we know there's a lot on the other side, and John, we really appreciate it. I go to your site all the time for you have so much valuable content that I would urge all the attendees to bookmark learningmarkets.com. It has some great stuff. John, do you have any closing comments?
I have one last thing. So I mentioned some of my hot topics. I always say paper trade, please, because it's the best way to learn. FXoptions.com is a great place to paper trade, I know. If you have unanswered questions or you want to get a little bit more detail about Fibonacci analysis, and et cetera, then please please feel free to check out Learning Markets. We probably have it covered. If we don't, however, so if you go to Learning Markets and you're like, hey, this is cool, but there's a particular subject I'm interested in, let us know, because we cover requests all the time. So tune in. We do a daily event that's free, so tune in, send us an email, let us know what you'd like to see covered. And we've done everything from margin requirements changes in the Forex to how to build a diversified portfolio of ETFs for retirement planning. So we'd love to be able to address, and we have experts available to pretty much address anything that you're interested in, you wanted a little bit more information about from an impartial third party.
That's great. And it's just as simple as going to learningmarkets.com. Is that correct?
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Well, John, I want to thank you on the behalf of the ISC. You always do a great job, and you're so knowledgeable on so many different subjects, whether it's technical analysis today, Fibonacci. I know you know options very, very well, diversification, building portfolios. That's why I think everyone should go and learn more at learningmarkets.com. It's just a great place. So, John, thanks again. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Steve. No problem.
So, again, I think we all should give a standing ovation for John Jagerson. He did a great job today, and John will be back real soon to present another topic, leverage in the FX options market. I think that'll be March 30th. You're looking at the upcoming webinars. Next Thursday, or this upcoming Thursday, we have Trading Central. That's 10 a.m. Eastern, understanding moving averages and trend lines. And then next week, Tony Hansen will be with us, and she'll be talking about successful market timing, I should say. So again, when it comes down to trading, as John said, it really comes down to risk-reward. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to give you trades. You want to make sure that your own goals are aligned with whatever trades you're putting on. Just makes a heck of a lot of sense to me. If you're not a short-term trader, why would you be trading a one-day option? And if you don't want to trade out 10 months, then you probably shouldn't be looking at those options either. Tons of ways to trade. You need to just find your way. And learningmarkets.com, along with, of course, fxoptions.com, are two sites that I would highly recommend. Please go and please continue to check out other sites. But find ones that are balanced, because, again, the ones that are get rich quick, you're probably, I find that it's just probably too good to be true. So, John, I want to thank you again. Really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
And
thanks a lot.
Looking forward to you coming back real soon. I want to thank all the attendees. We had a really big crowd today. And please continue to visit the FX Options site, as well as learningmarkets.com. On behalf of the International Securities Exchange, this is Steve Meisinger wishing you a safe and happy trading day tomorrow. Take care now, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
I know.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. Get trading ideas, exchange rates, webinars, news, and commentary. Visit www.fxoptions.com. ISE FX options can be easily traded through all options-enabled brokerage accounts. These exchange-listed securities are cash-settled in U.S. dollars and have a European-style exercise.